The Antiphonarium from Matins came to us in virtually unusable condition. The text block had completely separated from the cover and no longer worked like a book. It had been rebound in the late 19th or early 20th century in a manner that was common for an average-sized book. Since this book weighs 52 pounds, the previous repair had completely failed. In that previous repair, the cords that the text block had been sewn to were cut. And we decided that the only way that this was ever going to work like a book again was to completely disbind it and rebuild the mechanism in the way it would have been originally bound.
I was the lead conservator in treating this volume. The volume was originally constructed in a similar way to other volumes from its time period. We had repaired books like this before, but of course they were much smaller. The broken rebinding was removed. Numerous pages had been sliced out for unknown reasons, and we had to reattach them to the other halves of their folios. This was a perfect opportunity for digitization, since individual folios were possible to capture in a way that the 52-pound bound volume was not. Once the antiphonary was returned from digitization, we re-sewed it onto large cords that we made from linen thread. These cords were custom made in the lab to match the size of the original cords, and they are strong enough to support a book of this size. Such cords are not available commercially, which is why we make them ourselves. Also during sewing, new parchment flyleaves were sewn on. The original flyleaf in-sheets were either missing or the book had never had them, which leaves the first and last pages vulnerable to damage. After re-sewing the book, we pressed the text block to the shape it needed to be in to fit back into its case, and we lined the spine. The size was perfect, which was lucky because often a book will not easily fit back into its case after conservation treatment. The case had the old cords still laced into its wooden boards, and they had to be painstakingly removed so the new cords could be laced in. Heavy cotton flanges were also glued to the spine to help attach the text block to the case. We decided not to glue the spine of the text block to the case, so the strength of the attachment would depend on the cords, the flanges, and the new flyleaves. The flyleaves were sewn to the text block with stubs, which could be adhered directly to the wooden boards under the lifted paste-down in-sheet, which was adhered back over the stub. The cotton flanges were adhered to the wooden boards on the other side under the lifted leather, which was also glued back down. This triple strength board attachment, as well as the repaired and stabilized text block, makes the antiphonary once again safe for handling.